Hello, hello, friends. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I know that so much is going on, but I still wanted to get on and let's talk about the times, kind of maybe even how we're feeling and what we can actually do. Definitely we are in a time that no one has ever probably seen before in our lifetime. And the important thing I feel like is that we really make sure that we have the best mindset and that we are operating in a faith based, smart manner. And so today I wanted to hop on and really talk about some of the things that God has been sharing with me. And hopefully you'll find some value in them. If not, know that this is my sincerest intent is to provide a level of greater peace, understanding, and compassion for what all of us are going through right now. It's also my heart to be here and be supportive, as well as my goal is to remain um, consistent about spiritual wellness and what it means and what it looks like, as well as being consistent. My service that I am put here to do and what God has assigned for me to do. So today I wanted to get on and first of all, for those of you that don't know who I am, hello, you guys that are joining. My name is Brooke-Sidney. I'm a spiritual wellness coach and a soul story strategist, and I help people really themselves and the lives they are presently living. As I always say, I believe in heaven. Wow, I believe in heaven even today, even more so. But I don't believe we have to wait for heaven in order to love ourselves in our lives right now. Hello. And I help people in two basic ways, spiritual wellness coaching and kind of mindset work. I do that predominantly for my fellow single mamas and single ladies, helping them release the things that I feel like are mentally and spiritually holding them back so that they can live a life for themselves as well as God, power in who they are and what they're here to do, purpose as well as prosperity. That's how I help in my spiritual wellness coaching. And then I'm a soul story coach or strategist, and what I do is for the souls that know that they've experienced something so incredibly powerful, that they've gone through something that they have transformed, and that message is here to help other people heal and other people transform. I help them create the book or the content that gets that message out through the world as a ghostwriter, author, coach, editor, or publishing consultant. And I really feel blessed to do that work. Today, though, I really want to talk about what we can do right now. These are just suggestions. God was sharing with me in my quiet time. This is my quiet time book. And so I felt that the suggestions that I were getting was not only just for me, but for you as well. So, as they say, take what resonates with you and discard the rest, right? I'm sure over the next couple of days and weeks, you'll have people that you turn to. If not, please find some trusted people and community that you, with your spirit, to us all, support you during this journey. But I did have some specific things that I wanted to share that may benefit you because I know that they're helping me. But one of the things I wanted to do as we begin is I actually wanted to share something with one of my clients, and I've been doing it for years. Um, and I think that it's really, really helpful. So before I launch into this conversation about connection and about alignment and vision and so forth, where I'm going, I'd love for us, especially if someone is not driving, for you to just settle into your space where you are, right? An invitation for you to close your eyes. We're just going to take a couple of deep breaths together. Often when I begin, I actually do a prayer first to align myself with God. And then from there, I will say some things I'm grateful for. So this is a practice that you could adopt as well. Right now I'm grateful for the peace of a home, my son, my health, my friends and family. I am thankful for being able to even come on and talk with you all today, for the internet, for the power of connection that Facebook offers us, or Instagram, or wherever you're hearing this message. And so after I usually do my prayers and then my gratitude, and I feel like I'm anchored in the Spirit, both the Spirit of God as well as the Spirit of gratitude in that sense that God has given me, then I will proceed into a meditation. But today we are simply going to take 3 breaths together. So I invite you to inhale in and then hold at the top, suspending, and then exhale it out. I really feel the beauty of the breath moving through your body. And you may or may not know, but natural body's response to an exhale is relaxation. So we're going to do it one more time. We're going to inhale in, hold at the top, suspending the breath, and then we're going to exhale it out. Thanking God for the Spirit that is the breath. And our last time in, inhale in, hold, feeling thankful for this breath, and then we're going to exhale it out audibly, lengthening that exhale. Feel it comes up. Usually it's feelings of relaxation, peace, calm, centering yourself. And I believe if you pray beforehand, my experience is I feel the presence. So with that, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and return back to the room. So with that centering tool, and I encourage you, if it felt right in your spirit, to do some breath work. A lot of people I know are experiencing anxiety, sadness, fearful, being afraid. Reconnecting with our breath, which is God, it is a spirit. Reconnecting with what gives us life, which gives us breath, is so helpful, I think, of making the intangible tangible. It's also in a physical sense, in a bodily sense, it naturally slows us down. And when we focus on our breath, even when we're just counting, you can count up like 6, hold, and then exhale 6. That really also tricks our mind into thinking about something else. So breath work, prayer, and meditation are great tools to use at this time, and they can be done anywhere. Like, people, no joke, don't even have to know what you're doing. Like, it's amazing. So stay tuned. Definitely, if you're not following me on Instagram, which is Brooke-Sidney, the Brooke-Sidney on Instagram, make sure you're following me. I am pretty sure I'm going to be popping up doing some more God or soulful-led meditations and prayer and breath work. So I'll be doing them there. So make sure you're following me. But today I want to talk about a few things that we can count on and things that keep us steady and secure. And I think that one thing, obviously, that we can count on is our faith. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus, Holy Spirit, right? The Trinity, all that good stuff. But whatever you believe in, I'm asking you to anchor there, right? Now is the time when we settle into our faith. We anchor ourselves in the things that we know to be true. I anchor myself in God's truth and God's promises. And that, in addition to the next part, really helps get me through, right? And so now is the time, right? Now is the time to anchor into God. Now is the time to step into knowing what God says is true, right? This, to examine your mindset, to truly, truly examine your mindset. When things happen to us, where do you default? Do you default to fear? Do you default to anxiety? Do you default to anger? Do you default to kind of going within? And take a look at those things, right? Take a look at your mindset that comes up in these areas of uncertainty. Sometimes, especially in the past, I would default to like busyness, like and be pre-warned. Like, some of us are going to default to things, and so it's not to make us feel ashamed. It's not to say we're doing anything necessarily wrong, but to pay attention so that we can learn how to best operate. Right, all of these things that are happening right now, they are happening for our greater good. We may or may not know exactly what that is in this present moment, but when we trust that it is for our good and it will always be used for good, wow, we can really mine lessons in that. So whatever is coming up for you, right, pay attention to it. Pay attention to how you're responding to uncertainty, how you're responding to maybe things that are really fearful. And, journal about it, talk about it, have a trusted confidant. If you need a coach, I'm here. But the key thing is to like pay attention to it. I bet we will have fear. I kind of call BS on people that be like, hey, I live a fearless life. Hey, that's great. Most of us, we operate in faith over fear or courage despite the fear. And so don't come down on yourself if you have moments or you're feeling fearful. The challenge is to more faith in, and the second part to invite more love in. So how would love act in this moment? What would love do? And I always think, what would God do, right? In this moment, in this time, and am I doing my best, right? So that's kind of like the outset in terms of things that we can start anchoring ourselves in, reacquainting ourselves with our relationship with God, how we connect with God, prayer, meditation. I do it even through breath work, journaling, Bible study, all of those things. I am inviting you to seek deeper connection at this time. And because of my relationship and the connection that I have, I some really great information that God shared with me that I feel like is so helpful for us right now at this time. So you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes, okay? One of the things that I think this period of time provides for us, in addition to like, for a lot of people, it's opened up their schedule, right? That's the obvious. It's changed how potentially you operate your day. For those of us like myself who work from home, it's almost the same, yet I have a little guy now around much more because schools are closed. But it is an opportunity for us to obviously check in with God. And the first thing I want to say is that it might be time for a new vision or to reconnect with your old one, right? So right now, right, we have uncertainty. A lot of people would say uncertainty about what's ahead. We can trust that it's all going to be okay. But in the midst of all of that, how are we operating in our lives? Like, what are we aligning ourselves to, right? Obviously, we are aligning ourselves to God and the Word of God. So we're going to put that right here. That's the guiding. But in our everyday actions, what are we doing, right? What is the vision that God has given us for what we're supposed to be doing right now, presently, in this moment, and in this season? And I think that it's so critical for each and every one of us to use this opportunity. You could even say, wipe the slate clean. We are like almost through the first quarter of 2020. And now is a great time to either one, if we haven't checked in with God and created a vision for where we want to be in these next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, this next quarter, and 2020, now is the time to do that. Because if we hunker in and anchor into God's vision of where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to align with right now, wow, there is definitely a greater sense of peace and purpose in all that we are experiencing in this moment. So I'm really, really encouraging you, if you don't have a vision, to connect with God and get a new vision. And then if you already had one, check in and make sure that is currently you're on track, you're aligning with the right thing, because sometimes it's time to recast, right? And I do that level reflection, assessment, and goal setting package, which is a workbook and a prayer. I think I put the link in there, so you're welcome to grab that. But even if you don't do that, to use that tool, my invitation is for you to spend some time. Most of us have a little bit more time, might be a little crazier time, with kids at home and so forth, but create the space to hear from God about how you want to align your vision and all of that right now, right? And some of us, that means creating a new vision. And that means believing for something new, believing for something different. And I'm really encouraging you and I'm supporting you to do that, to do exactly that. Then, of course, once you get that vision, right, write it down, set new goals of how you're going to get to the vision for this season, right? Or for 2020. Take some time to write it down. This can also be a family project. That was going to be my next big point, right? These are things that, like, especially if you have kids that are in school and you need activity for them to do. Kids can also do that. Hey, what are your dreams for this year, right? What are your dreams when you grow up? Get them to start building that visionary muscle, that creative muscle. It's perfect. If you believe in vision boards, and I believe you can have God assist you to do vision boards, right? You can write down Habakkuk, I think it's 2:2. You can write the vision and make it plain, right? And so what you want to do is actually write it down. You can create a vision board. You can create a family vision board. Your kids they can write them down. And don't worry, don't run to the house just for magazines. You can actually draw. You can use words, right? Make the vision clear for you, right? And so I encourage you to do that. And then, kind of my, second to last is make some new routines and new schedules. That's always a challenge, admittedly, for me. I kind of get in the routine that I have. Even now, like today, I feel like my day was thrown completely off because my little guy's at home. I'm used to him being in kindergarten. And over the next couple of weeks, with being home so much and anticipating, having to stay at home, we need new routines about what we're going to go to sleep, how we're going to get in quiet time with God, how we're going to get in exercise, how we're going to get in work, especially for those of us that can work from home. But also, whatever comes through for that vision, that project, that goal, set yourself up for success. Maybe it's writing a book. Of course, I can help you with that. I definitely have clients that are not stopping their book work because of what's going on. In fact, their book work is anchoring them into the greater reason why they're here right now on earth, right? And so helping us stay connected to our vision. So make sure you're scheduling time during the week to really lock in on the things you're supposed to be doing right now. And the final thing is that we want to give ourselves lots of grace. We want to give lots of grace, lots of mercy, and give others grace. Right now, again, I don't think I need to, remind us we're in an unprecedented time. Many of us have never seen anything like this in our lifetime. And just, again, the fear of not knowing what's ahead can cause people to act out of character, to do things that would, or even for yourself, maybe you find yourself being shorter, not wanting to talk, whatever. Again, use that to help you yourself lots of grace. Lots of grace. And people around you, please give them also lots of grace. Extend the grace that you would want extended to you. I feel like be the hands and feet of God to everyone that you meet right now. Knowing that we don't know what anyone else is going through right now. We don't know what else is on their plate before, COVID, right? So it's really, really important that we just grace and mercy for ourselves and for others. And, that extends to checking in on people. We live in this in society right now where a lot of us, we just we're going home and coming to work. Zoom, all these new technologies that I'm so thankful to God for. They're also a great way for us to maintain community and stay in touch with one another and to check on our loved ones and our friends. So, the connection plan. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to hop on for this Soulful Monday, check in with you guys, see how you're doing, give you an actual practical tool. Most of the time I'm talking, and I do believe with tips that God has given me or soulfully led to share. Today I wanted to give you a practical tool to do some breath work. Feel free to replay this. Feel free to share this message out to someone that even in the beginning could use that guided work time. And most of us can. Truthfully, most of us can. A soulful or God-led meditation is also on my site. It's Brooke-Sidney.com/ I think it's soulful meditation. and you're welcome to go grab it. It is actually free. So, take advantage of these tools that resonate with your heart in this moment, that resonate with your spirit in this moment. And I just wanted to say, thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you, Michael. I really am wishing you all so much peace, so much calm, so much clarity, so much connection with God. And um, yeah, so I'd love for you to share this message out, to comment below, and I will talk with you.